any sensory opportunity that I get will always get encoded with the emotional state of the person who's providing me with the opportunity. So, your state when you're providing the sensory diet is very, very, very important. The language that you use while you talk to yourself or you convey to others, we have to provide it every day, or we do it every day. We have fun doing these activities every day, whatever. That's called transformative vocabulary. I stress a lot on that also when I work with parents. I say, think of what you're talking, think of your words, because that's the impact that you will feel on your body. So, anyways, sensory information, near senses, far senses, sensory information, we always provide opportunity, we always provide a choice. We are always going to be aware of our emotional state before I work with my child, because any sensory input is going to get encoded with the emotional state of the person. Whether the child wants to take the input or not take the input, whether the child feels that it is safe or not safe, is not what I as a parent would decide or as a therapist would decide. It's okay, see, it's so easy. You can do it. No, I'm not the one who's going to make those decisions. I'm going to see what my child is feeling. And if my child feels safe, he will participate. If he doesn't feel safe, he will not participate. Either ways, I'm going to respect the view or the feelings of the child. Yeah, seems like, no, because he feels comfortable when there's someone telling him it's okay, not even saying it's okay, just a hand also makes him
Yes,
feel
yes.
that
Yeah.
it's fine. So, yeah, it seems like he's stressed out and he wants that. So, maybe if in school, if it's at home, you or your husband would definitely be providing it.
Mm-hmm.
If in school, if it's not possible, we can tell them to reduce the demand, because the demand is so high that he gets anxious. If the demand is lesser, so if the task is a little less demanding, he will not need that, because we don't want
Okay.
him to get used to this kind of a support for every activity, right?
True, true.
And at home, when he wants your hand for
Hmm.
these kinds of things, I would sandwich activities. I would be there with him, support him for things which I feel are demanding, which is when he demands the hand. And
Mm-hmm.
at other times, I would just do something which is very simple, very easy, like this. He would be able to do it, and
Okay.
I keep moving in between those two.
So,
Because when he does things which he's already mastered, he feels like, wow, I can do it.
yeah.
But then the next round he feels, oh my God, this is too difficult. And then he wants your hand. So when he keeps moving between those two,
Mm-hmm.
he has to believe in himself more. So I'll do 4 of things that he can do very well, 1 of what he can't do very well, till he starts getting more and more confident.
Okay.
If the child is okay playing like a mummy game and all, that's okay. But if the child is not happy, I am not the kinds who would like it. I love deep pressures, hugs, and all of it. But if somebody wraps me in a sari, I wouldn't be happy. So these techniques I will have to customize depending on what my child likes. It's like if my mom used to cook food, now we cook. But when my mom used to cook food, she used to, my sister didn't like garlic and I liked it. So she used to customize the food for us. That same way, these things that we are speaking, we'll have to customize it. Oh, my child doesn't like getting wrapped in a sari. Oh, then I would just give him pressure with a ball. My focus is not the sari. My focus is not the blanket. My focus is not the ball. My focus is my child feels safe. I want to be a good boy. I want to be a good boy. I want to be a good boy. I
Yes,
was
ma'am.
working. Yeah, Pavitra, I was working with this girl, and she's 9 years old. Okay, and she has autism, the diagnosis of autism, but she's very academically brilliant. Okay, very brilliant. So, which means she really aces it. Huh? She's like 90% at all times. Such a little girl, and she does it so well. And she came to me, and I was like, "Arey, academically, she's doing well, and she's so regulated in the classroom. Like, why has she come to me?" That's how I thought. But she told this in front of her mom. She said, "When I get good marks, Daddy loves me. Daddy, Daddy does this very good.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm very scared for my exams now, because every time I have to put so much effort to get that 90%." She's
Oh,
like, I'm tired of getting into it. She didn't express it the way I'm telling you, like in such lovely words. But what I'm trying to convey is it was not very communicative, but what it meant is that to perform at this level gives me a lot of stress and I cannot take it anymore. Got that what I'm saying?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. You will have to do things which may seem difficult, which may seem uncomfortable. But when you lean into it and you still do it in spite of those problems, you would see a breakthrough. You know, it's like they say there's a light on the other end of the tunnel, and I've seen parents go through it. I downloaded something and I wanted to show it to you. That's the journey of every parent who starts working with me. Because in the last 22 years, I have worked with so many parents and I've learned which are the parents and what is the mindset and what are the skill sets that the parents need to bring about a change in the lives of their kids. And which are the parents who, even if the child is not very severe, the kids won't improve. So I'm not saying that it's not just about the child, but it's the partnership between the child and the parents. That is what helps us to decide the prognosis and how much the child would improve. Give me a second. I'm just going to open this. So if you see, this is how we are. You know, like many of the parents who start here, I won't do it. I can't do it because my child is not cooperating. My child, and this is about a child here, but I'm talking. It relates to anybody that I won't do it. It's so difficult, and as I said, it's summer, it's winter, it's Diwali, it's Christmas, it's Eid, whatever. And then they say, I can't do it. It's so difficult. I find it so overwhelming. Everybody else is doing, everybody else is working out. I am only not able to do. So that's the next step that we get stuck at. And then there are parents, you know, and this is not like immediately you go to, yes, I did it. I'm talking about following a home program here that I won't do it, I can't do it. And then parents say, I want to do it, but you know, there are these problems that come up. There's less resistance that you feel within yourself. And then they come to me and they're like, how do I do it? You've given me the techniques, but how do I do it? And then they take that uncomfortable step, which says, okay, I'll try and do it. And then they come to me and they say, oh, wow, I can do it. You know, the child was not complying. My child was not listening. My child was throwing tantrums, but I did it. I think I can do it. And then he said, the child parent says, I will do it. I am going to do it. And then they say, yes, I did it. So this, but I remember I would make him sit facing a wall. And I used to take things that the child knows independently. So if it's matching, for example, I would mix up 4 blocks, colored blocks, and keep it. And I would tell him to finish that. But I wouldn't be there in front of him telling him, yes, do it, yes, do it. Every step I'm not prompting. But I am standing behind. So if so somebody is standing behind me, I'm facing a wall and I do it. I complete the matching on my own. So even if there are 100 blocks, my child matches them. If my child gets stuck, I just do this and my child continues. So for a boy who's like 7, 8, 9, I would work on independent work skills. It could be matching tasks. It could be if my child is doing writing, I'm just giving an example. Then, if
Yeah.
I have simple pre-writing sheet, just standing lines or sleeping lines that the child would do, then usually what parents do is, yeah, start here, yes, stop here, okay, start here, stop here. What I would work upon would be that, and it's very easy for the child, and child is moved to maybe forming letters. Then I would give that sheet and stand behind. And I would tell the child, complete it. And the child should be able to do that entire thing independently without any verbal or physical prompts. Thank you so much for being there for all 3 days. It was wonderful. It was nice. I love answering questions, you know. So great. Bye bye. All the best.